I can hear the game audio. Can I hear myself? Yes, I can. Oh, very good. Let's check the visuals. Yep, there we go. Let's open up Stream Manager real quick. There we go. Click Continue. Is Nightbot gonna catch up? I should be posting in my chat here. Alright, well, either way. Hold on, let me just relaunch my Stream Manager. Alright. So, hello and ahoy there, crew. I'm your Captain Shayde Reynard, and we are going to be playing some more Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. And when we last left off, we talked with the World Tree, which was interesting. Big, glowy tree spirit talked to us about defeating a troll named Gnarsh. So, yeah. I guess that's what we're going to be doing. Going and killing a troll. Over in Hoxie. So let's fast travel over to the Palazzo Library and then make our way down. We'll go kill this troll. And then from there we'll see what we have to do after that. Real quick, I'm just gonna grab some of these chemical reagents here. Yoink. Yoink. No, I don't remember seeing these mer people anywhere else other than by this bridge in this game. Maybe we'll see more of that species later. Oh shit. Is that a prismatic bomb? Hi there. You're just a rock troll, huh? Ouch. Fucking boggarts, really. Ouch. If I do. You can always use more gold. Because more gold means more investment. Hello, Aelin.
Here.
What are you doing here?
That damned tree sent me. He has roots and branches all through the forest. But I was so hoping you'd be enough of a distraction for me to pass unnoticed. He said we should walk this path together. Thought I could help you.
Did he?
Or maybe that you could help me.
Uh-huh. What about Issa?
The gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Fae, once spread from the forests of Dalentarth, across the plains of Erethel, and even through the deserts of Ditir. Between the madness of the war and the spread of man, Alfar, and Gnome, the Summer Fae lose a little more ground every day. A tragedy for them.
So what do you know about Gnarsh?
I've never met Gnarsh. Trolls and Doppelfar rarely invite each other to tea. But if she's matriarch of a clan, you can be sure that she's strong. And if she's so corrupted that Neuralim is nervous about her, then she must pose a bigger threat than most trolls.
Fair enough, I guess.
Let's not keep Gnarsh waiting.
Sure, I guess. It's weird that you just happen to show up like this. Feeling less comfortable about you, Aelin.
Trolls aren't normally this well organized. Even the biggest clans never built dens this deep.
Another troll. Alright. Tasered that troll to death. There we go. I like your daggers. Those are really cool looking. I also really like her outfit. I'd like, I wish I had her outfit. Fucking, it's cool.
What are the two Arthur doing here?
Good question. No problem. Duathar are never too much of an issue. Hold on. I want to see if there's a chest back here or something. No, this isn't. Okay. One of those weird little scuttle crabs around here, but hey. They're cute. I want a little crab pet. Magic. There we go. You guys got anything good for me? Just gold mostly? Alright, cool.
these trolls ever went on a rampage, they could destroy half of Dalentar.
I mean, if you really think there's that many of them. So far I've only seen like, what, 3? These trolls aren't too bad. The alien should learn to dodge. That troll died really funny. Alright. So what are they doing? They're like... mining? What are they mining for? I bet there's like a giant deposit of prismere down here or something. Oh shit, that's not wrong. I got my shield. Oh, yep, there's a explosion. Let's see what's deeper in this cave, shall we?
Like
Probably more to
I've been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, we're all in grave danger.
Shit. So these glitch now. Moon? Ooh. Average, okay. We have plenty of lockpicks now, so I'm not too worried about using some of them. Fey crafted ring, ooh. Alright, let's take a look at our Frost Moon. Ice damage, mana, and ice damage at night. Interesting. This one, fire, ice, lightning damage, plus mana regen. That's pretty awesome, actually. I'll take one less to my sorcery abilities, because this will give me 50 mana and mana regen. Like, this is really good. Alright. That's actually a really good ring. I mean, might as well, while we're here. Strengthen up all my shards. That way I can make some really nice gems later. Looks like we got some chests over here. Alright. Some more loot for selling.
Prismir, the two are done to her.
Ooh. Alright, let's do a damage boost, do a steeled curtain, sorcerer's intelligence. Ouch. Ooh, ouch, yeah. Jeez. Come on, feet. There. Alright. Goodbye, Gnarsh. Jeez. We got a level up, so let us put that into our persuasion real quick. Because once we get persuasion all the way up, then like we don't have to worry about ever failing a persuasion check. Then after that, I think we'll be putting into sagecraft. Yeah, I'll be wanting to do a little bit of sagecraft. because... Yeah, we gotta get up to advanced to use pristine quality. Because sagecraft and blacksmithing are like really important to make like really good gear and stuff. I do want to put stuff into alchemy, but like I'm just really not worried about that at the moment. Alright, so Relentless Assault lasts 6 seconds and reduces my armor by 50%. No, I wouldn't use that. But we will put some more points into that. We're going to be at, or might be at 25 now. Which is good, because now we should be able to use, use 17 armor.
Nice work. I see you haven't forgotten how to handle yourself in a fight. Still, this is bad. I didn't think the Tuatha would reach this far. At least not so soon.
I thought I stopped the Tuatha.
Obviously, the Tuatha have bigger plans than just killing you. Infusing the trolls with Prismere. Trying to bring the war to Dalentar? Neuralin was right to be concerned.
I agree. I'm gonna say you're holding something back.
Aren't I always? But have patience. For now, why not take comfort in knowing that you saved Neuralim and his forest? Go, talk to the tree. I'm sure he'll allow you into Issa.
Goddamn Aelin.
I'll stay here and finish off any remaining Tuatha.
I really would like it if you told me more. We have to tell
Tell
Neuralim?
the old mossy log yourself. I'll be tracking down any other Tuatha that may have come this far west. I'll find you again when the time's right.
I'm sure you will. Damn it, Aelin. I wish you'd just come out with it and tell me who the fuck you are. And how you knew me in the first place. Ugh, I just had the biggest sneeze. Ouch. Is there anything up here? Oh, yeah, a chest. There we go. Alright. Now that that's been dealt with. What do you have on there? Hold on to that one. I'll break that one down. shit. Oh, chest. Alright, take that stuff. Annoying me. They're not even hurting me, really. My armor's so high. Oh, I don't have any space behind me before I left. Great. Found a lore stone over here. Can I interact with this one?
After he had won, Lord Chris said to Nyx, with a mind to ease and a will to fix, "You are a troll, and that is good, my friend. You have no faults in truth, no wrong to mend. But if it be your wish to join their kind, a better way we will help you to find. There is naught wrong with following your will, as long as it does not bring others ill." Again the heroes of honor stayed true. The story of a troll, and the knights too.
Alright, so let's look at our map. Yeah, okay, we have to go back down to here. So, real quick, because I don't think that there's a merchant there, let's just go back to Canarok, so I can sell off all the crap that we just got. And then we'll fast travel to near them afterwards. Alright, I think that was the only thing that I wanted to break down. We'll break down this too. Nope, didn't get what I wanted from it. Alright, so I wanted to see... Yeah, this is 17. Health, mana, poison damage, health regen, health. I think the health regen per second would be nice. That's actually really good. Do I want to use that? Or do I want to hold on to that for later? I think I want to hold on to this for later, because it's really good, but I know that 17 is not the last armor set that we're going to have. So I want to hold on to this. Let's do the 14% health. could use chance to critical hit, or I could just use the 14% mana. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, and the Gem of Bleeding Resistance. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, yeah. There we go. Now, go to armor, and we can put on this new helm. Yeah, look at that. Alright, where is merchant person? Are you in the back room? Which one are you on? Is it... You go upstairs. I think they're upstairs.
We've still a lot now. What is it?
I need you to take my junk. Thank you.
That I can
I'm
do
gonna buy
for
her
you.
repair kits.
Widow.
Now let's go to here. Yeah, we'll just repair everything. Screw it. Alright. I'll head back over to our house, put some stuff away. And we'll be good to continue on our adventures. Alright, let's put away this, and all these cool little necklaces. I'll put away this right now. Okay. I believe our inventory is good now. And if you're wondering why I put away my helmet for this set instead of just breaking it down, that's because I think later on, if I'm not mistaken, we have armor stands that we get to use in one of our future houses. So, if I can put armors on display, I would like to display my crafted armors. Because they're cool. Armor sets in this game are really nice. I like all of the armor sets. Alright, so let's go talk to Nirlim. Nirlim, I killed the troll. Nirelem, buddy, hey.
You return, and in your wake, Dalentarth blossoms. The flow is rearranged, now and forever.
Is that so?
Gnarsh's brood is at an end. You have destroyed what was written, and made a new fate for Dalentarth. Even your darkest ally walks a lighter path.
Really?
And yet the Tuatha still spread, marching with Prismere and pain. You have only delayed our doom.
Well, maybe I can stop it. Yeah, Jedi mind trick. Can you help me?
You have the power of an immortal, and yet the humility to ask for help. Little one, I envy your grace. You shall carry my blessings with you.
Well,
You must know this, Quickling. The age is changing. Immortals are passing, and the future belongs to the young races. If there is a future to be had. Go, and stand at the heart of the She. There you will find Issa. And perhaps you will find wisdom as well.
that would be nice. So, about Gnarsh.
Gnarsh and her brood would have spread across Dalentarth and brought the taint of Prismere with them. So it forever was to be, until you set about to stop it.
Well, thanks for the information for me, being able to go and take care of that. So what lies before me now?
Only the path of your own choosing. Stand at the heart of the She, and if that path includes the gardens of Issa, I shall allow it.
Alright
May
then.
your path be long and evergreen.
Likewise. He gave us necklace. Elemental resistance. That's to all elements. I'm not gonna use it. We'll hold on to mine for right now, just because it gives me the +1 to all my sorcery abilities. Alright, so I guess we have to go find the Fey City. See ya, Nirelem. Cool ass tree. So, yeah. Gonna be heading over there to the Gardens of Issa, I guess. If you don't mind, I'm busy. try to avoid that. Nope, I'm running. It's not gonna let me do that until after I kill these. It's fine. Thirst doesn't even know I'm here. Been a nice crack on it there. Didn't even get a chance. That's fucking wonderful. Into the Gardens of Isa we shall go. It's okay, I'm queen of the House of Ballads. I'm allowed to come here. Wow. This place is breathtaking. Holy shit. I'd love to live in a place so pretty. Just look at that. It's fucking gorgeous. Why can't human cities look like this? I mean, really.
All must follow the peace edict. It is the rule in Isa.
I don't know what that is.
Welcome to the Gardens of Isa, home of the Summer Court, and the warm heart of the Feylands.
Hello.
It is a rare occasion for us to welcome a child of dust into Isa, but it is equally rare that Niralim chooses a champion. Pleased to meet you. I am Chancellor to the High King. I pray you enjoy our hospitality.
Thank you. I mean, I'm also queen of the other people, so the House of Ballads. Yeah, I'm their queen, so should be allowed here anyways. Tell me about Niralim.
The sapling of the World Tree bears centuries of great wisdom. Of course, long-lived as Niralim is, it is still regrettably mortal. Even all greatest mortal wisdom cannot compare to the perspective given by true agelessness. Begging your pardon, of course.
Uh-huh. So tell me about the Summer Court.
We are the Summer Court, the very embodiments of courage, honor, and all things bright and proud. Some envious few in the Winter Court would call us arrogant and self-righteous, as well as all manner of other epithets. But remember, we are the ones who stayed true to tradition, while they turn to barbarism. The Tuatha find new recruits from our ranks.
Okay. So, you mentioned the Tuatha.
The ranks of the Fae were not always sullied by the presence of anything so coarse as the Tuatha. Once, the Summer and Winter Courts existed in harmony. But Gadflow perverted the Winter Court with talk of his new god, and from that poison, the Tuatha arose.
So tell me more about the Winter Court.
Too many mortals misunderstand the Winter Court. Our cold cousins are not evil, but merely evoke the darker truths of nature, from subtlety to decay. Perhaps it makes sense that children of dust are put off by those who embody their inevitable death. but it is regrettable that so many are misunderstood.
So tell me about your city.
Truly a place of wonder, as it has always been and always shall be. Here springs the life well of Dalentarth, and the greater Phalanx in all directions. It is a pity that some of our kind have fallen to such degenerative states, but we cannot shed a tear for their weakness.
Okay. So you mentioned the High King.
High King Titarian is Lord of the Summerfey, the font of all our wisdom, and first amongst the immortals. And since Godflow tragically murdered the High King of the Winter Court, Titarian is the greatest and last true leader left of our kind.
Alright. Well, I should probably go speak with him then.
I understand, but the High King will only meet with those who have sought an audience. If you wish to gain permission, you will need to visit the Hall of Appointments.
Hello.
Please, come forward into the light of the font. Don't linger there. I need to see you. Closer. Oh, fascinating. I had heard the telling of your ascension in the House of Ballads.
Oh, finally
I
somebody
never
acknowledges
expected
it.
to lay eyes upon you. You are free to roam the city at your leisure, even the trellis and the understyle. If you seek mortal trappings, then Felltown will provide.
Felltown?
It is a special district set aside for the young races. A haven, if you will. We encourage you to stay within its confines for your own protection. Do not worry. Felltown has the amenities that your kind need to lead a mortal life, such as merchants, a smithy, and a tavern for evening exploits.
Sounds wonderful. I'll definitely pop by there. So, tell me about the Court of Summer.
High King Titarian fulfills his role as our wise ruler. He gathers around him the bravest and most gifted advisors, and together they make up the Court of Summer. Like his predecessors, Titarian's goal is to maintain the Great Cycle, and to keep the balance that has sustained us for all these many seasons.
Tell me about the Gardens of Isa.
The gardens have been here since the first of our kind sprang forth. Only in the last few mortal years have we chosen to make it known to your people. With good reason. This is a safe place, and we intend to keep it that way. To that end, we ask mortals to adhere to the Peace Edict, which forbids weapons in the city.
Oh. Well, about that. Yeah, I'm not giving mine up. Sorry. But I promise I won't kill anybody, okay? Tell me about the Great Cycle.
Every living creature in our world is part of a chain of death and rebirth, even the Fae. However, when we pass into the flow of our Great Cycle, we return again.
So tell me about the High King.
The king rules from his throne high above on the font, and he has done so for many seasons. You should know this, since you've been sent to speak with him.
I mean, yeah, I know a little bit. Tell me about the Peace Edict.
Most mortals in Isa are stripped of weapons upon entering the city. However, there are a few exceptions. Ambassadors and guests of the near limb. We do this for your own protection, of course. There is a fire in dustling blood that must be quenched by violence. I've never understood it.
I don't know, you guys are fair a little violent too, not gonna lie. I've met quite a few that are hell-bent on killing, so... Tell me about the font.
The font is older than everything around you. It is the origin from which we flow. If you search for the heart of Summer Court magic, you will find the font.
Okay. Tell me about the understyle.
Once, the understyle was all around you, spreading from the garden's gates to the great trunks of the trellis. But that was before the mortals came.
Okay. Tell me about the trellis.
There is little that mortals need to know about the trellis, for it is where the worthy await their moment before the High King. Everyone who stands before the light of the sun must prepare themselves, lest they be blinded. It is behind me, up the great winding stairs.
Okay.
Farewell, my liege.
Keep your weapon sheathed. It's the
Have a good one. That was a very pleasant conversation. Look at this place. That fountain? Fucking gorgeous. Huh. Okay, well. Let's go and explore around a bit, yeah? What's going on over here? Who are you?
Greetings. What have I done now? Someone in Isa is always looking to send me away, but I won't go. Well, if it isn't the mortal I've heard so much about. Congratulations on your successes in the House of Ballads.
Thank
well
you.
done indeed.
We appreciate that. So you offer training? What do you have? Sagecraft, huh? Yeah, I'll spend a bit on Sagecraft. Why not? I wonder if we can do that again.
How may I serve you, Your Eminence? I have always been a great admirer of Hallam the White.
It doesn't look like we can do any more training. All training complete. Okay. Let's input the hall appointments.
All those who come to greet the king must first be granted permission by the Hall of Appointments in the Understyle, which I might say seems rather inconvenient. You mortals are talented at fighting what is natural. Perhaps this is your influence.
Tell me about the High King.
I have heard he is a noble spirit, a beacon of wisdom and calm in this changing world. I will never know for certain if this is true unless I look upon him directly.
So you've never even met him. Alright. So tell me about yourself, Viscount.
I have done little in my many seasons, then venture to this place and attempt to gain an audience with King Titterian. I have yet to succeed, but I keep coming.
I'm sorry to hear that. I would take you with me if I could.
The Court of Summer will see me soon, I'm certain of it.
Where does this lead? Delving Hall, huh? We'll check that out shortly. Where does this go? Scholia, Arcana, Embassy. Definitely gonna want to check that out.
Brio?
Ooh, somebody's got a quest for us over here.
It is a glorious day.
I mean, yeah. Here? Definitely. This is beautiful. Hall of Appointments. Okay.
Good day.
This city is huge. Jesus. This is the biggest place we've been.
Hello?
Hello, Squire.
Oh, excellent. Another... Oh, a mortal. I don't think I could... Oh. Why, you're the ruler of the House of Ballads.
Ah,
How
yes.
extraordinary.
That I am.
You wouldn't be interested in aiding a mere squire, would you?
Perhaps.
It is well beyond your station to do so, but, well, I face quite the predicament.
Well, do tell. What do I need to do?
My role is with the Hall of Appointments, to prepare visiting ambassadors and dignitaries to meet with the Court of Summer. Right now, there are 4 terrible, regal lords and ladies that wish to see High King Titterian, but they are a fickle lot and require extra, handling.
Is that so?
They must enter the font in a procession, but each has his or her own preferences, and I can't afford to offend any of them.
Sure, I guess I could help.
Wonderful. That's one less aggravation that demands my concern. Thank you, mortal. The dignitaries have been seen about the gardens, enjoying its many splendors. I will remain here and await your advice.
Sure. So, tell me again where they are at?
Everywhere. Goronet is in the Hall of Appointments, but the others are all over the city. What a nightmare.
Tell me about the Hall of Appointments.
I enjoy my role as steward, but my fear of Lady Olana overshadows any pleasure I might find in the tasks assigned to me. She is quite critical.
Tell me about Olana.
She is well suited to her role as the Lady of Receivership, as she enjoys judging the worth of others. She has assessed me as well, and I have been found lacking.
She sounds like kind of an asshole. You seem really nice. How about yourself?
I am steward of the High King's List, and apprentice to the Lady of Receivership. Olana will be so displeased when she finds out I failed her so.
I mean, you haven't failed yet. Tell me about the understyle.
Few dustlings ever make their way to these gardens. I believe they fear us, as they fear the elements. As they should. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like to be called dustlings?
It doesn't really affect me one way or the other. There's worse things to be called. Tell me about High King.
Well, I've never met him, of course.
The High King.
Such an honor is not granted to squires. But they say he is quite incredible. As tall as a tree and radiating a great light. As though a sun burned within him. The birds sing to herald his glory.
We'll see about that.
Goodbye, Your Grace.
Hello.
We will definitely assist him. But for the time being, I want to explore around just a little bit more. Alright, so that's going to lead us up into the top parts of the city. Where does this go? Trellis. God, this place is so pretty. Asker's Alley, huh?
Turn away, mortal. The Den of Night is meant for the impudent. Your entrance will be denied.
What is the Den of Night?
It is where the brazen and unrepentant are sent to consider their crimes. Must I point out that the Den of Night's occupants are almost always mortals? They are given time to reflect, and when they are ready, they may brave the beasts of the Hollow to return to us here on the surface.
Uh-huh. So, this is your prison, then. Tell me about the gardens, though.
It's a great privilege for mortals to reside in this, our most sacred dwelling. Try to deny your dustling impulses and resist from killing each other.
Sure. I mean, no guarantees, but I'll try. Tell me about yourself, though.
My own telling has brought me here to the Gardens of Issa, to act as one of its guardians and caretakers. I'll protect it from any threat, including you.
Alright.
Farewell.
Chill with the attitude a little, alright? I mean, I get it, that, like, you're, you know, Mr. Defender, but calm down a little. Embassy Hall.
This place is so gorgeous.
Hello there.
I hope you're here about the job. Demand is higher than ever.
Job?
I'm just too busy to deal with anything else.
What are you doing?
Making a fortune is what? These visitors come with obscene amounts of gold or treasure. They don't mind parting with it. My plan was brilliant. I created a blade. Fey blade, of course, that makes them authentic. Something all of them had to have. That's all they care about anyway. Fey souvenirs. I called it the Honor brand. Truth be told, it's dull as a stick, but it's easy to make. Listen, if you can find the parts and make them, I'll pay good money.
Alright. Sure.
Fabulous. Fabulous! You know a good deal when you see it. There aren't enough people like you in Issa. The Fae don't even use money. Can you imagine? Once you start forging the Honor brands, bring them to me and I'll provide you with just compensation.
Alright. Where can I find the components?
There should be plenty of parts around the city. For creatures with no interest in possessions, they sure know how to collect a fair amount of junk.
Alright, tell me about yourself.
Sure. You want to know about me? It's understandable. You want to know who you're going into business with. A wise move. Very wise.
Yeah, that's
My
about
mother
right.
was a merchant in Rathir, and I learned the trade at her side. I took the apprenticeship with Gwenna Hand, mostly to get me into Issa. Now I'm on my own.
Alright. Tell me about the Court of Summer.
What do I know of Fey politics? I didn't even know they had a city until Gwen and I were allowed in. All I know is that there's opportunity here, thanks to the war.
Fair enough. Tell me about the war, then.
I can sum up the war in one word. Folly. It is folly. You will see. Everyone will see.
So tell me about Felltown.
You think I like being confined to this cage? Think again. And after all we've done for them in this war, ungrateful creatures.
Easy there. Tell me about the Gardens of Issa.
It's safe, that's for sure. At least for the time being. I don't quite understand the Fae, but they definitely know how to keep a city quiet.
Tell me about Gwenna Hand.
She's the general merchant in the United Merchants delegation down the road. We've been friends for years now, I believe. A good, honest one, that Gwenna.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Alright. I'm going to pause right there for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. Sorry about that, nature called. Alright, so we have some quests here now. We've explored a little bit of the city, have kind of an idea of places that we can go. I'm gonna come over to this last place right over here and check out this here.
What do you believe?
Matharo is the path in the darkness, the cry in the night.
Uh-huh. Belen, Lyria, Matharo, Idon, Unidon. Got blessings from all of them. Crazy. Alright. How long do those last? Stats. Oops. Nope. Facts. I don't know how long it'll last. Alright, so real quick, let's just go to our quests and let's go look for these dignitaries. How about that squire? So it seems like one of them is within this tavern, Asker's Alley. I'm assuming this is a tavern.
This dwelling gets quite raucous. You mortals have a strange tendency to befoul anything you touch.
Thanks. Hello, who are you?
If you're looking to drown your worries at the bottom of a bottle, this is the place for you. I'm Gertern Asker, and this is my establishment.
Oh.
But if you're looking for the Victor's Brew, we don't sell that in Asker's Alley, and you'll have to take your business elsewhere.
Uh-huh. Why don't you sell Victor's Brew?
It's the most popular drink in Amalur, at least it is now. My Asker's Ale used to be the preferred beverage, but every day brings more cancelled orders. My brother and I are working on a new drink, but it requires something special.
What's that?
Wait a minute. Maybe you could help. If you do, I could see to it that the merchants in Issa treat you well.
That's... sure. Sounds good.
So here's what we're thinking. Bring back our grandmother's favorite Asker's Draft, a classic. The recipe calls for bristletongue seeds. And if you're talking rare ingredients, bristletongue tops the list. It's worthless for potions, but tastes fabulous. The problem is that the Fae control the use of bristletongue, as it's a product of the Font's waters. Talk to Jackson, their apothecary. He can probably get it for us.
Sure. Yeah, where is he?
He spends his time in the Lyceum Grove in the Understyle section of town. He's an odd duck, always crafting new tonics. Some advice? Don't drink any.
I'll see if I can talk him into getting you some. Tell me about Victor's Brew, though.
There's a brewery near Rathia that makes it. Very small, very secretive. But they've found their niche, that's for certain. Cheap and powerful. It's not a drink for the man who appreciates craftsmanship, tradition. It just helps the soldiers forget all they've been through.
I get you. So tell me about the merchants delegation.
Oh, yes, sorry. The United Merchants Delegation. It's a coalition of traders that have been granted permission to sell their wares in Issa.
Okay. So tell me about yourself.
I wouldn't say I ran from the war. I just don't need to know every little thing that's going on. There are other ways to help. Getting folks drunk is one of them.
Fair enough. Tell me about your bar.
The ambassadors requested that facilities be created where flesh and blood folks could put their feet up. Not that the Fae know what that means. So the All-Main approached my family about starting a tavern. The alley does well, but I'm no businessman.
Okay. Tell me about your family recipe.
It's been in our family for 4 generations, since the days of Almir the Bold. Our grandmother entrusted us with the formula, and we made a fortune from it. but I'm afraid we've been replaced by a new drink.
Okay. Tell me about Almir.
Almir the Bold was the first king of the Almain. He brought us out of lawlessness and misery. We've always wanted to name a drink after him.
You should. Tell me about the gardens here.
I know better than to criticize the Fae. They call us children of dust. We treat them like people, but they're like no people I've ever met. This city has been here for thousands of years. Longer than that, even. It will be here long after we're gone. See you soon.
Alrighty.
Damn hexes.
No room here.
Hey there, pretty. This is Aska's Alley, best tavern in Issa. Only tavern in Issa, of course, but you didn't know that, did you? If you're new in the city, I can help. I know everything. About the Understyle, the Embassy, the Scholia, Arcana, you name it. I know it all.
Oh, sounds like a good person to talk to. Sure. Tell me about the bar.
We provide your basic public service. Ale. And if drinking isn't your thing, then you can always stop by the Hexes game and back.
Okay. How much for a bedroll?
Sure, we've got a place to sleep on the floor over there, but it'll cost you.
No.
Fine, it's up to you.
Tell me about the Embassy Hall.
Oh, if I had the finery and manners, you wouldn't find me anywhere but the Embassy Hall. I'd even buy a title. But it's a dreadful place these days, what with the war. The Darkofar and Varani are practically at arms over their differences, and everyone speaks in a whisper. I prefer the United Merchants delegation. Those are my people.
Fair enough. Tell me about the Hall of Appointments.
Olana and her squire Brio, they have the good fortune to meet with all the nobles who visit the High King. A life of lords and ladies. Oh, that's the life for me.
Tell me about this Hexes game you mentioned.
So you want to brush up on your bad luck, do you? That game will do it for you, all right. Speak with Kali in the back.
All right. Tell me about the Merchants delegation.
When Issa first opened, the Alfar approached the humans about creating a shared shop, so people here could get their sundries. All of this was lost on the Fae, of course. Most of the United Merchants are good people, like Wystron and Gwenna. But that blacksmith's apprentice, Britt Codgan, he's a leech.
You don't say. Tell me about Olana.
Let me just say that I adore Olana. She's one of the few Fae that I've met face to face, and she couldn't be more pleasant. Such a pretty one.
Tell me about yourself.
The Oscars took me in when my pa was killed in the war. That's been nearly 10 years. Now this is my home, pretty. It's where you'll find me every day and every night.
Are you flirting with me? She's cute. Tell me about the Scholia Arcana.
Oh, that's a sinister spot, isn't it? Even the Fae take a few extra steps to walk clear of there. Don't trust anyone in robes.
Tell me about the Understyle.
It's the Fae neighborhood on the other side of the city. There you'll find the Hall of Appointments and the Lyceum Grove. They don't mind if you go exploring in the Understyle, but I wouldn't suggest it unless you know your way around. The Fae can be easily offended.
Okay, tell me about the font.
Like I said, it's all magic to me. If the Fae said this city got its power from glowing purple antelopes, I'd probably believe them. I'm just a hostess.
Fair enough. Let's see what you have for sale. Backpack. Oh, yeah. Boom. Yeah, I'll buy that. Buy that immediately. Also, buy all of your lockpicks. Or repair kits. I'm gonna buy all of your potion recipes.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Stinking alpha.
Hello, I've come to talk to you. Warlord Reynard, huh?
The House of Ballads must have taught you courtly manners, but not enough to keep you from interrupting. What is it, Your Grace?
You can chill with the fucking attitude, that's what. In what order should you enter?
I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor.
Okay, let me write that down. Okay. I want to make sure I get this right. So, Warlord, not behind Fae Mage. So, Jedi mind trick here. How do you really feel, though?
If you value this position, you will make sure Lord Setter is not behind Huntress Hardwin. She finds him despicable, as do I.
Okay. I'm gonna ask her what was her preference again, just to
My
make sure.
only request is that Lord Goronet follow far behind me. He and his stink belong together.
Okay, thanks for talking.
Of course. But see that it doesn't happen again.
Fuck you. Maybe I'll intentionally piss you off. Hello.
You look like one who enjoys a game of hexes. We
Never
mortals
played.
need something of our own here in Issa. Why can't it be gambling? If you don't know how, I can teach you.
Sure, hexes, I'll
You
play.
had a look about you. Listen, all you need recall is these 6 cards here in my hand. Ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and the hex. First, you start with an ante. What'll it be?
What are the rules?
In my hand, there's an ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and a hex. 6 cards all mixed up. First round, you guess even or odd. If you're right on a hex or an ace, you take the pot and we're done. Right on any other, and it's on to the second hand. Hand number 2. I'll pull another card, guess if it's higher or lower than the first. Get it right, you win. Simple as that.
Okay. I'm gonna say I don't have enough gold.
Well, remember me when you've got a little more to your name. Otherwise, you're no good to me.
I mean, couldn't even give me like a free round so I could kind of learn?
Yes, let's.
Sure.
Right, bold.
Let's try.
I like it. Now, will the card I draw be even or odd? Yes?
We'll say even.
And the draw is the hex. Take your winnings, you fortunate fool.
Alright. I'm gonna leave on that one.
Finished already?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't like playing games with people who are gonna fucking insult me, so... We'll call it beginner's luck. And then we'll never play again. So we what, made 400 gold? Sure, why not? Whatever. All right. So let's go and try and find some of these other lords and ladies. So that way we can figure out what is their preferences as far as entering the delegation goes. Hey, Viscount. How's it going?
I await news from the Hall of Appointments, but surely you aren't their messenger. The ruler of the House of Ballads serves no one.
True. I don't. But I would like to know in what order you'd like to enter.
Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Reynard? I enjoy watching her backside travel.
Okay. It's a little perverted, but tell me how you really feel.
It would be best if Garnet trails far behind Great Huntress Hartman. Once at each other's throats, those two are difficult to tear apart.
So, Garnet behind Huntress at some point. Okay.
Always a pleasure. I am at your service, fleshy master.
Don't call me that. That's fucking weird. Don't call me that. I don't want to be called fleshy master. It's supposed to, like, what the fuck are you? Like, you made of plants? The Fae made of plants, or are you plant people? Let's go to the Hall of Appointments then. Somebody in here that I have to speak to. Fucking weirdos.
Hello.
Hi there.
Mortals welcome.
Hello, Alana.
What may I do for you, Your Grace? I am always ready to serve the sage-crafting needs of the House of Ballads.
Thank you. That's pleasant. Tell me about the Hall of Appointments.
This is where those who seek an audience with the Summer Court must first make their claim. And once that claim is honored, I will prepare them for reception. The Fae fulfill roles in the telling, be it king or steward. If one wishes to ascend the heavens, one must abide by the laws of nature.
Alright. What do you think about mortals?
Your kind has tried for so long to gain access to this sacred place, to be near us. Yet here you all are, and I rarely see a single mortal in the understyle. What do they fear, I wonder?
Tell me about yourself.
I am the attendant of the court's list, and the lady of receivership. I am trained in all aspects of courtly customs and stand 12th closest advisor to the High King.
Okay.
Farewell, friend.
Take care. You are pleasant. I wonder why the other guy's so fearful of you. Hey, Fae Mage.
They send the ruler of the House of Ballads to serve me? What form of unnatural mortal game is this? Why are you here?
You can just chill a little with the attitude, yeah? I'm gonna ask, what order should you enter?
Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Tartarean's throne, even if I have to crawl.
Alright, so, we'll say Garnet last. So tell me how you really feel, though.
Great Huntress Hartwen should go first, leading us all. She's particularly like that.
Hartwen first.
I would hate
Got
to
it.
anger her.
Got it. Thanks for talking.
Of course.
It's coming together now.
disobey the edict?
So let's go and talk with the last one.
If you seek the court,
Head up to the trellis now.
The House of Seasons is no more.
Hello?
You feel it, don't you? Anyone intimate with the ways of magic can detect the waning current. You're like me, Your Grace. You see the end. Is this how it happened at the House of Ballads? Did Hallam foresee this slow decay?
Someone?
I have a feeling he did.
The end of what now?
Of the Gardens of Issa? Of the Summer Court? Why, this crystal war may be the end of all Fae. I know because I am Nomeron, master of the font, the wellspring of all Summer Court magic. I've seen it flow at its highest, but I've never seen it so dry. Something must be done before all this city withers into nothingness.
Tell me about the font.
The font is the source of all Summer Court magic. It has flowed through this mountainside since our kind sprang up from the dirt. That flow has waned in recent days. It's unnatural, even as the magic in the world grows. The Fae, it seems, will wither.
Uh-huh. I'll help out as much as I can.
The flow is controlled from the Lyceum Grove down below. We must open the root system and allow more water through. However, the magic that regulates this flow can only be used by some. It's protected by a ward known as the Waterlock. It can only be opened by one who carries drops from each of the 5 sacred pools surrounding Issa. Collect these drops, and you can break the Waterlock.
Sure. I'll do that. So tell me again, what should I do?
Collect water from each of the 5 sacred pools, and then go to the Lyceum Grove. This is where the roots can be opened to regulate the font's flow.
Okay. Tell me about the Court of Summer.
As it is in every season, this family of Summer Fae has communed at the feet of its greatest leader, the High King Tatarian. The Western Faelands are our domain.
Okay. Tell me about yourself, Font Master.
Every season, one is chosen to attend the font's magical flow, to act as ambassador. I'm the only Fae to have held the position more than once. I feel the strength of the currents. They wash through me. They rise up and overflow. However, their power weakens. Their cool waters recede.
Tell me about the Garden of Issa.
It has been located here for many of your generations, what we call seasons. Only in recent times has it been shaped to resemble one of your mortal cities. The Summer Court resides on the highest terrace, far above the rest of us, as it should be.
Okay. Tell me about the High King.
While wise and powerful, he's also brash and narrow. A sliver of light in a world so dark that most of us are blind. His inaction is no match for mortal ambition.
Okay. Tell me about your sacred pools.
The sacred pools are the collection points for the font's yield. Together, they cradle the Gardens of Issa. Keep it safe, powerful and hidden. You will find 2 of the pools below in the gardens themselves. One near the Ballad Sanctuary, and one in the Court of Summer itself.
Alright. Tell me about the font.
It is the source of Summer Court magic and touches our realm of origin, the land of Ashara. Without its constant flow, our kind would dry up like leaves and vanish.
Tell me about Ashara.
Most mortals know nothing of what lies beyond the veil. The magical realm of Ashara. It is a mystery even to us, as we departed its shores many seasons ago. Goodbye.
A mortal here?
Yes. Hello, Huntress.
I am the great Huntress Hartwin, and you are not allowed on the trellis.
I can go wherever I want,
here,
thanks.
Beautiful?
Thanks. I wanted to know what order you'd like to enter.
How quaint. Well, I am the most respected and most deserved to lead. Besides, I detest that harlot, Warlord Winry. So it is only right I meet the High King before her.
Okay. So I'm guessing it's going to be you. Huntress Hartwin. Warlord. Then Viscount. And then the last guy. So tell me about yourself, Huntress.
Every one of our kind has a gift, they say. A role in the telling. Mine is to seek harmony with nature, by keeping the wild fae under control. I am the Reaper. Most of my seasons are spent in the shadows of the canopy, tracking my prey.
Gotcha. Tell me about the trellis here.
The trellis was created as common ground where the members of the great houses may meet to share knowledge and search for answers. However, it's not been the same since the House of Valor fell and the House of Seasons was deserted. And I always thought that nothing changes.
Tell me about the House of Seasons.
The House of Seasons was where those in tune with the Great Cycle went to understand its many mysteries. But the Great House now stands empty, its occupants gone. King Titarian will not speak of it, but I know something has happened. Whatever it is, the signs are ominous.
Tell me about the House of Valor.
Growth is violent, and nothing can reach fruition without surviving conflict. That is nature's way. Our House of Valor celebrated that conflict. Now, however, this great house has fallen to mortals such as you. That is why this sanctuary has withered and faded. The magic is gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell me about the High King.
I have come to the Gardens of Issa to report the decay of wild fae. They are disappearing, and the king must be informed. Either they are vanishing due to the decline in fae magic, or someone is hunting them. It's my duty to discover which story is true.
I mean, I've killed a lot of the fae creatures.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, great. Season Sanctuary, huh? I have to go and check out that place. There's nothing in that for me, really. Let's pop in here real quick. I don't know if I needed those.
No fighting in the city.
I haven't been. Who's looking at me? Oh, you're looking at me, aren't you? Take all that. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm only using what I need to for, you know, queen purposes. Yeah.
Welcome to the gardens, mortal. But you have not come to visit the city, nor to speak with me. You are here on much graver errands.
This is true. So, you're Fate Weaver.
I can help you divine the role you will play in coming events, and the skills needed to finish that journey. We are a special breed, but you know that already.
Kind of. Let's Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna paint Unbind My Destiny real quick. Yeah. Tell me about the Gardens of
I
Isa.
am only a visitor here like you. Perhaps I was drawn to this place by something greater than myself. Perhaps it was you.
Is that true? Tell me about the trellis.
This is where the Fae of Isa fulfill their roles in the telling. You mortals call it work, but we see it as following the cycle, letting our nature guide us.
Okay. So, I have stuff here. So I wanted to put into... We need to put back into my persuasion. And detect hidden. Okay, so let us put stuff back into our finesse here. That's for Fae Blades. I think I put too much into sorcery. Okay, so I need finesse here. I think I need a 24 in might. No, we'll just put 25 just to make sure. And then the rest is going to go into sorcery here, I think. Actually, we'll put a couple more here. Finesse, and then we need to put more back into sorcery. Confirm. Inventory. There we go. Okay, yeah, I needed 24 might for this. Okay. real quick, let's use some repair kits here. There we go.
Farewell.
Farewell. Yeah, I had a couple of points, like, there was some points that I had put into, like, using, like, regular swords, and I'm not going to use swords, and to be fair, I don't think I'm going to really use staffs either, because, like, I have a staff, right, but I kind of want to... My blades are away, shut up. But, yeah, I think I want to get rid of the staff and actually get chakrams, because, like, as much as I like the staff's fun, I'd rather use chakrams right now. Because, I don't know, I just feel like they're more fun than this. Is it left in here? Just shadow prism? Yeah, okay, I don't want to pick that up. Only steal things that I'm going to, like, use. Well, we got one of the things. Ballad Sanctuary, huh? Let's just pop in here, I guess. I mean, we're from the House of Ballads. We lead the House of Ballads. Why not we go into the Ballad Sanctuary?
Welcome.
Hello there.
Oh, you took me by surprise. I'm not accustomed to mortals on the trellis. Please, enter. I am Lord Saramer, the High Lore Sage of Issa. I am here to answer all questions regarding the House of Ballads and the House of Valor.
Well, I am the Queen of the House of Ballads. So, yeah. Tell me about the Court of Summer.
We are the children of the fields and fountains, a fey body filled with a deep breath of magic. All that you see around you is ours. For many seasons we lived in these forests and canyons alone, distrusting, apart. But once we felt the call to join together, we became the Seelie.
Okay. Tell me about the High King.
By choosing to lead the Summer Fae, Titarian is eternally linked to our fortunes, both day and night. He feels the waning magic as a mortal might feel his heart sink at the sight of his sunrise. When our seasons end, Titarian will be the first to enter the long winter.
Okay. Tell me about the House of Ballads.
This sanctuary is where the knights of our most prestigious house stay when visiting the Court of Summer. I act as their humble scribe and servant. All Summer Fae clutch the glory of the House of Ballads to its collective breast, knowing that the deeds of one are indeed the deeds of all.
Alright. Tell me about the House of Valor.
It was one of the Fae's great houses until its leader was challenged and beaten, and the magic faded under the mortals' leadership. Now even the sanctuary here on the trellis is wilted and closed as a result of our great loss. Or perhaps it's a sign of something darker.
I may have to look into that. Tell me about you.
It is meant exclusively for those close to the Summer Court, or the ambassador who wishes an audience with the High King. Our most honorable institutions reside on the trellis, including the House of Ballad Sanctuary and what was once the House of Valor Sanctuary.
I'm done. His name's not Trellis. Trellis is a place. However, training, though. And dispelling, sure.
May good fortune follow. You're always welcome. The ballads belong to all in the telling, mortals and fae alike. May good fortune follow.
Cure Seeker, huh?
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen. Listen as the echo stone etches each ballad in memory.
Sure, Cure Seeker.
Olaine sought to bring the light of truth. To save a village plagued. To find a cure for them. Her quest. The Maid of Windermere. Her test. Once the ill were brought to health, and the villain had fallen by, good Olaine returned to mortal ground and gifted them with magic found.
Would I like to start this ballad? Sure. I guess that's one way to start a quest.
Welcome.
Okay, well, let's go and talk to what's his name about the dignitaries. So I believe it's going to be the Huntress, the Warlord, Viscount, and then the, whatever his name at the last. Even though I really don't like the idea of putting Viscount behind what's her name, because, you know, he's just literally wants to stare at her ass. Fucking, I'm not okay with that. Hello, Squire.
So, you're done. A right group of snakes, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So, any insight into how I should present them so as not to tug their writhing tails?
Sure, I know the order.
Good that someone does. Go on. Let's line up these backstabbing serpents.
So watch what you say. Okay, so, like I had said, the Huntress first.
Yes, yes.
Then Warlord.
Of course. And then?
And then Viscount.
Alright. Next.
And then lastly, the Fey
Yes,
Mage.
yes.
How did I do?
Excellent. That's a perfect order for these fools. Saves me the trouble of talking to them. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. Alright.
Farewell, Honorable One.
I'm sure that'll help you deal with them. So, let's go do this Cure Seeker thing, yeah? That sounds interesting. Oh, that's got us going all over the place. Though it does have us going back to Webwood, so we might stop by Kenrock later. Alright, so we can actually pick up a couple of these while we're out here for the Waters of the Font. There we go, that's one. Random people just dancing outside, alright.
Have you bought a title?
Oh, some more stone here.
Oline will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's tooth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Oline will always shine among the ballad's lore. For humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
Alright. Now I guess we head up to the font. Hopefully don't get pulled into like a cutscene or anything up here, but we'll find out. Because I'd like to speak to the High King on my own terms. There we go.
A dustling. How nice. Welcome to the Trellis, Dustling. This is a sacred walk. You just look at the House of Valor, the crumpled husk of its former self. Is this the fate of all our kind? To be wrung in the hands of the...
Alright, you guys have like nothing new to say to me. Alright.
I must not be disturbed.
This place is really pretty. God, look at that fountain. That building. So pretty. I'd love to live in a place like this. It's freaking gorgeous. Let's go unlock that water lock. Go help this font master guy. Alright, let's head on in here. To the grove.
This
Hello.
is a place of great importance. Please refrain from touching anything.
I'll do what I have to. God, that looks so cool. I don't know what it is, but it's cool looking.
Perhaps a touch more star thistle.
Hello.
Welcome to the Lyceum Grove, where the majesty of the font is glorified and regulated. I am Jackson, apprentice to the Fontmaster and steward of tinctures and elixirs.
I have actually a couple of reasons to talk to you, I think. So yeah, I'm looking for Bristletongue.
Bristletongue? My, that would be something. A mockingbird the font's only yield. Of course I will tell you where it is. What would be the fun in refusing?
I don't know.
But before I do that, you need to offer me something. Isn't that how you mortals act? One deed for another?
Sure.
As
What do you
steward
need?
of tinctures and elixirs, I often dabble in alchemy, especially with the water from the font. And I need you to drink this potion.
Fuck it, alright.
Good. I will know what this does to the mortal constitution. Go on, big gulps now. None of that sipping. Farewell, mortal.
What do you mean, farewell? Oh no. Did you just roofie me? How dare you? As the darkness fades from your vision, you recall Jackson's last words. He mentioned something about the bristletongue growing in the garden of the high font. Unfortunately, your memory of his instructions blur as your head begins to pound. Great. And I've woken up in the bar.
Welcome to the alley. Need some chatter? I've got plenty to go around, pretty.
Thank you. No, I was just gonna ask you, why I was here, but...
Bye now.
Guess you have no information on that one. Fucker roofied me. That bastard. I'm gonna go yell at him next time I get to go see him.
I am at your service, my liege.
I'm gonna talk to you again.
Enjoy your visit to the city, your grace. Long live the House of Ballads.
Thank you. Tell me about Alana.
She is a harsh mistress, prone to violence, but mostly of the swatting kind. Usually I deserve it.
Aha.
Goodbye, your grace.
I'll take your word for it. Then again, I don't know, maybe you're a pain in the ass. Fuck if I know. I need to grab myself a drink. Alright. I got myself a soda now. It's a Dr. Pepper Cherry, if you were curious. Alright. And I shall explore. This was the room with what's his name. What's even in here? Stuff I kind of want. Let's do this.
No. Oh, if it isn't the mockingbird, come in, come in.
Yeah.
It's always good to hear a fancy chirp.
Yeah, so, where are the seeds?
Didn't you speak to Barrett? The Bristletongue is outside the Court of Summer.
Okay. Yeah, last I know is I drank a thing and then fucking passed out. Tell me about Felltown.
I enjoy the mortal world immensely. It adds such texture and color to our experience. Now and then you might find me in your dustling district, taking in the bustle.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I am the steward of tinctures and elixirs. A meaningless title, one I gave myself, actually. But my work is vital, as is my role, to test the font's magic.
Okay. Tell me about the Grove.
This is where we watch over the font, the source of magic in the gardens of Issa. It is a fountainhead that is nourished for as long as this world has been. The font's flow can be measured, directed, and even regulated, depending on the needs of our people. Font Master Nomoran attends to these duties.
Alright. Tell me about Nomoran.
He has the role of monitoring the font's flow throughout the city and the Phalanx. His telling is not to be envied, as it is one of our most important.
Tell me about the font.
Font Master Nomoran insists that everything flows as it should. Yet I have seen his worry, and I feel the magic weakening. Strange forces are at work.
Oh, you're right there. Tell me about the Understyle.
It may be difficult to believe, but the city was once inhabited only by Fae. The Understyle consisted of everything growing beneath the font. Now this important section of the Issa is but a dark corner, all but forgotten.
Okay. Can you offer me any more training?
Come see me again.
You can. Oh, I got Big Spender achievement.
Yes, Mockingbird? Goodbye.
See you later. Was that it? No. I thought I was actually going through a door or something. Oh, I see. Alright. I made a geyser. Right, well, I guess we can return to Nomoran and tell him that we did the thing that he wanted us to do. Hopefully that helps. No, Moran. I've completed your quest.
You've done well, Child of the Dust. Those below will never know what is really happening. But in the end, is this a part of the many seasons or the sudden tempest? Does hiding the rot not spoil the harvest, no? Take this. You're brave. Perhaps we will meet again.
Perhaps we will.
Farewell.
Take care. He gave me hand wraps of the Gale. It wasn't really anything useful for me. Sorry, bud. Oh, yeah, I don't have my finesse abilities for that. Oof. Now just realizing that that's not good. Whatever, we'll deal with it. Okay, that needs to be there. Nope. Also didn't remap my abilities. Yeah, I just put everything into Dagger Master. I didn't actually do these, which require me to... which gives me actual moves and stuff. Alright. There we go. Reactivate our magic. So let's go into our quests and the harvest the bristletongue. Hopefully it'll just let us have it.
I must not be disturbed.
There we go. Let's take that back to our buddy down at the bar. I just sneezed again. Definitely gonna mute myself whenever I sneeze, because I'm not gonna have you guys with your blown out eardrums. It's not happening. hello, friend.
You've got the seat.
Yes.
Now we'll see if the Victor's Brew can stand up to a new challenger. I'll have a batch of Aska's draft ready before the week is out.
Oh,
Take this, friend. And like I promised, the merchants here will give you a discount. You've got a home here in the alley for as long as you like.
Awesome, thank you.
See you soon.
You take it easy, would you?
Here, pretty. Let me take a look. Need some chatter? I've got plenty to go around, pretty.
I like her.
Bye now.
She's cute. Alright, so now, what do we have left? Let's head over here and get this guy some Ysa honor brands. Wait, do I have to talk with him again?
They're sharp. Doesn't look like you've had any luck. Forge me an honor brand and I'll do my best to bring me something nice.
Okay. Let's pop into this United Merchants delegation. Maybe they have some quests for us.
Please do not engage me. I must not be distracted in my role.
Alright, whatever your role is here. Alright, you can stop seeing me now. Thank you. So I'm assuming these Ysa brand pieces that I'm finding all over will give me what I need to forge the whatchamacallits. There we go.
I can help you.
Craft. I'm not sure. Salvage. Cool, I got Zoltan chess pieces. Craft. Alright, 14% health. Bleeding resist. I guess I don't want to hold on to this. Yeah, let's just go with the 14% health. Let's go with 45 mana. Lightning resist? Or elemental resist? We'll go with elemental resist. What is this? +1 to the first 2 tiers of unlocked might, finesse, and sorcery abilities. Sure. that on. There we go. Yeah. Cool. I mean, the armor's gonna look a little mismatched for a little while.
You've been watching me long enough. What is it? Did I wrong you in another life, sister?
I wasn't even looking at you, but alright. What training do you offer? Okay. Nothing for me. Tell me about blacksmithing.
If you're willing to spare the gold, I can teach you what I know. In this battered old skull is a lifetime of knowledge, and quite a few stories as well.
Okay. Tell me about the Crystal War.
I have no interest in this war between mortals and the deathless. It is a waste of life, and I have my own private battles to finish.
Tell me about Felltown.
It's as good a place as any, I guess. But after a while, people begin to remember you. And for someone like me, that's a problem. I prefer anonymity. Besides, could there be a better place to hide from this offensive war? The only weapons you find in a garden are the blades of grass.
I kind of like that saying. Tell me about the gardens.
I don't care to stay in one place for too long. Felltown sounded like a good opportunity, and an even better hiding place. I can't say the peace edict has hurt business, but it's not exactly easy to train students in blacksmithing without weapons around.
Fair enough. Tell me about you.
What you've no doubt heard is correct. I am the Holt Fren. I forged Bolgan's Bane of the Kaled Coast, and many other legendary pieces.
I've never even heard of
My youth was
that.
spent as a mercenary, but I have since renounced those ways. Unfortunately, my enemies have long memories, and they aren't as forgiving as I am.
I get you. Tell me about the Kaled Coast.
It is an ancient Alfar kingdom far across the sea in the dense swamps of Clurcon. I once helped its great lords overcome a terrible Bolgan problem.
Okay. How do you feel about the peace edict?
Let the Fae try to stop me from carrying arms in the city. Weapons are my trade, my only expertise. It'd be like asking a hen to stop laying eggs.
Fair enough.
Goodbye.
Take it easy. What do we have in here? Trollhide gloves. Okay, there's some stuff in there that I want. Hello. Oh, you're just a person. Okay. Hello.
If you're looking to buy armor, I'm the only one in Felltown who's authorized to sell it. I'm Gwen Hand, but my customers call me Gwen.
Nice to meet you,
I don't
Gwen.
have many weapons to offer, on account of the peace edict, but there's still a selection to pick through. Have at it.
Alright. You have nothing but azurite stuff. We do have some things I want, though. I'll buy all of your potion recipes. So, tell me about Brit.
He's a dear friend from years ago. He spent time as my apprentice, but recently set out on his own. He sells authentic ritual Fey blades outside in the square.
So, tell me about the Crystal War.
The Tuatha were intensifying their attacks against Mel Sinshir, the bastion in the east. Of course, that's just rumors. I pray they're not true.
Tell me about Felltown.
This is where the Fae keep us so we don't blemish their pretty city. Can't say I blame them. We're an unruly and ugly lot, mortals.
Tell me about the Gardens of Issa.
Being here isn't good for business, that's for sure. I see the same damn 20 faces every day. But it's an honor for Britt and I to be here. Make no mistake about that.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
My twin brother and I were entering the army to fight for the Alpha when I panicked. I couldn't. I'm not a fighter. I came to Issa instead. I'm not proud of running, but I'm much more useful here as an unofficial ambassador of sorts. Not everyone's a fighter.
Fair enough. How do you feel about the peace edict?
The Fae didn't have laws. At least not official ones until we arrived. Now they insist that those of us who live in Issa must keep its peace. No weapons.
I mean, it's fair
one of
enough.
the special exemptions. Let me guess. Ambassador? Scholia Arcana? Could be anything.
I am the queen of the House of Ballads.
Have a good day.
Weapons? You need any?
Hello.
Get over here. We don't abide by strangers in Issa. In this city, everyone is family.
If you say so.
If you want to get around the peace edict, you'll have to keep your voice down.
Okay. What do you have in your shop? Got some interesting things here. So tell me about Felltown.
It's not exactly the keys of Rathir, or even the hospitalis quarters of Odessa. But Felltown has its charm. If you find out what it is, be sure to come and find me.
You got jokes. Funny. What do you think about the Gardens of Issa?
It's better than the cellar crawl space I called home just 2 months ago, believe me. The Fae may be grumpy, but they've got nothing on giant rats.
You say so. So tell me about the hospitalis quarters?
You know, that neighborhood in the gnome city of Odessa where the poor live. Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Tell me about the quays.
The dockside district in Rathir is a lovely place. If you're looking to have your throat cut or contract a nasty disease.
Huh.
Remember it next time you travel there.
I'll take your word for it. How do you feel about the peace edict?
Well, technically, we're not supposed to carry or sell weapons in Issa. But I found a few loopholes.
As have you.
If you're on the market for something deadly, I'm your man. Just don't go blabbing about it to the Fae. They've got buds for brains.
Alright. So tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell. Heard the war horn of the recruiters and packed my bags. Slipped out in the dead of the night, I did. And I'm proud of it. What good is fighting when the Tuatha don't die? Besides, I'm a businessman. I got my hand on a pass into Issa, and the rest has been waterfalls and walks by the river.
Fair enough.
Okay then.
I'd rather be here than in a war myself, I guess.
I heard a rumor that there's a fate weaver on the trellis.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking. And it's worthless to me anyway. Alchemy lab. Alright, so let me look in my what's it, alchemical recipes? Okay, yeah. All of my recipes are singular. I don't have extras. Let's look at this book, The Gardens of Issa. Or not? Okay. Gardens of Issa by Odwald Benothas. Chapter 3, The Garden from the Ashes. The great cycle of Fey magic has guided Seelie and Unseelie for centuries since the very beginning of time, and despite occasional flashes of spontaneous conflict, the rise and fall of great courts was a peaceful, reliable pattern, as predictable as the natural cycles on which it is based. However, even as Mitharu's natural order sometimes suffers from the aberration, so too did the way of the Fae once fall into disorder and chaos. This was the Withering War. The Withering War, Godstorm, was a fierce battle, one fought primarily between two men, two very extraordinary heroes, Issa of the Court of Summer, and On, his rival, of the Easterly Court of Winter, enemies for ages. Issa and On has let their bitterness get to the best of them. A very mortal perception that was no doubt result of recent incursions into the Feylands by the Alfar, Varani, and Almain. Many scholars contend that the rise of the young races in the West corresponds directly to the rise in Fey violence, madness, and decay, but such theories cannot be proven due to the elusiveness of the subject. Whatever the reasons, Issa and On were committed to their folly, and breaking from the great cycle, they waged war on each other. This conflict left many Fey warriors dead, and many others questioning their role in the world. For the concept of the Fey telling purports that all fates are determined, and all Fey rules or archetypes are dictated by the natural order. The Withering War went against every exception, and the Fey are not known for their ability to adapt to change. Following the battle, the victorious Issa severed all ties with the Court of Winter, declaring a new kingdom in the western Alfaria, a civilized empire to be known as the Great Kingdom of Summer. As his first act, the newly crowned High King established the Great House of Ballads, Seasons, and Valor, institutions meant to create a Fey identity that was unique to the Court of Summer and its subjects. No longer would the telling be shared between the forces of spring and autumn. The balance had shifted. Filled with pride, Issa set about creating a city that his counterparts in the Court of Winter would forever envy. For the site of his grand city, he chose his own hollow, which sat atop a potent wellspring of Fey energy known as the Font. Believed by many scholars to be the source of the Court of Summer's magic, gifted shapers from across the western Feylands arrived to aid their new ruler in his quest. Together they fashioned the city inspired by the grasping towers and the vaulted halls of mortal fortresses, and born from the gardens where Issa first discovered his role in the telling. When Issa died and his energy entered the great cycle, the sitting High Court named the city after him as a testament to his revolutionary lifetime. From that day forward, it has been the Gardens of Issa. Cool. It's interesting. Oh wait, I can just take this. Alright. Now that I have some Fey blades, can I just craft? Oh wait, salvage. Okay. Craft Fey blades. We'll use this one. That one. That one. And we'll skip gems. Confirm crafting. Done.
I'm taking apprentices.
Is that what I need to give? What's his name? If not, I'm just going to try and break it down and hopefully that works. Or maybe I just sell him Feyblades. I have no idea. Like, I literally don't know. Hey, bud, what's up?
Doesn't look like you've had any luck. Forge me an honor brand and I'll do my best to make it worth your time.
Okay.
Not just anyone can enter the secret city of the Fae. Oh no. You need an ambassador's endorsement and written authorization, and that's just to be in the lottery. Those in the United Merchants are the lucky ones. Of course, once you see how much gold they actually make in Issa, you will no longer envy them. Keep an eye out for parts.
Great. So I made those Fae blades for nothing. Ugh. I'm just gonna go and break this down.
What is...
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, quests. What do we have? I guess all we have is to go and speak to the High King now. I do want to stop by the Scholia Arcana though. But real quick, I am going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Alright, crew, I'm back. Alright, yeah. So we're just gonna go and talk to the High King then, I think. Okay, we've been in there. Yeah, so I want to go to the Scholia Arcana place and go and talk with them. It's right around here somewhere?
I don't recognize you. New in Issa?
When was it? Lyceum Grove, Hollow Appointments, Scholia Arcana Embassy. That's where I wanted to go. I haven't been in the Delving Hall either. Ah, my knuckle itches. Ugh. Let's ask our allies. Mercy Hall. Okay.
Hello, child.
Hi. Random person. Delphine Hall. It's locked. Noted. That's nifty looking.
Good day.
Hello. Hi there.
Welcome to the Issa chapter house of the Scholia Arcana. How may I be of assistance?
What is the Scholia Arcana?
We are an order of magic practitioners dedicated to the fostering of knowledge regarding all things mystical and arcane. While the heart of our power lies in Rathir, we keep an embassy here in Issa to maintain strong relations with the Fae.
I'd like to join.
Traditionally, our applicants undergo years of preparation, but we understand your circumstances are somewhat irregular. Ever since you entered the city, we've been watching you. After all, an endorsement from Niralim is not quickly dismissed. If it is your wish to join our order, you must first complete the trial of initiation.
Which is? Describe it to me.
It is a ritual that will better equip us to understand what place you might have among us. I will not lie. Some do not survive the ordeal. Of those who do, only a select few are chosen to become members of our order.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll try it.
Then first I shall present you with this. It is the story of the Order's founding and a good primer for all who wish to join our ranks. Now I shall summon the circle of mages necessary to perform the ritual. Savant Engar will lead the trial. Speak to him in the Delving Hall when you're ready to begin.
Okay. So, tell me more about the trial?
It is not for me to divulge the details of the trial. I can only advise that you do not take the risk lightly.
Okay. So tell me about yourself.
As a docent of the Scholia Arcana, my duties involve handling all tasks necessary for the day-to-day administration of the Order's affairs in Issa.
Okay. Tell me more about the Scholia Arcana.
We are a society of mages dedicated to the study of magic. Short of joining, the best way to learn about the Order is to read On the Founding of the Scholia Arcana.
Okay. Tell me about Issa.
Despite Joram's frustrations, the wild magic of the Fae can be channeled in the most extraordinary ways. It is a great honor for us to be granted a place among them.
So tell me about your chapter here.
The Issa chapter is but a small branch of our larger Rathir chapter in the plains of Erethel. We focus more on researching the magics of the Fae and Dalentarth in pure instruction.
Okay.
Farewell.
We have somebody over here that has a quest for us as well. Hello.
Damn quiet, damn fools. I'm sorry, friend, I didn't see you there. I'm afraid I'm a bit concerned.
Over what?
A few nights ago, I was the victim of an attempted robbery. Someone sought to steal a gem of mine from a chest I warded myself. That night, 3 initiates fled the chapter. Cassera, Aloran, and Bertrand. I suspect they were somehow involved. They could only have run into the She. Can you find them?
So, run that by me again?
Someone attempted to steal a valuable gem from me. And on the very same evening, 3 of our initiates disappeared. Cassera, Aloran, and Bertrand. They're somehow involved in the attempted theft. And at the very least, in danger while on the She.
Sure, I'll help out.
Thank you. Find out what happened and I'll be grateful.
So, tell me about you.
I'm an experienced sagecrafter. My skills as a mage leave much to be desired, but no one knows stones like I do.
Okay. So tell me about these missing initiates.
You've got to find them. They're somewhere in the She, I'm sure of it. There's 3 of them. Cassera, Bertrand, and Aloran.
Okay. Tell me about the Scholia Arcana.
The finest practitioners of the arcane crafts on the continent can be found within the Order.
Alright. What do you think of Issa?
There are many things we have learned from our time with the Fae, though their magic is quite unlike ours.
Let's see what you have in your shop. Gems.
Until next time.
You have compendium novels. And as soon as your little thing goes away, I will be taking them. Because I like my lore books. Hello.
Don't know if we've had the pleasure.
We haven't.
I'm the finest merchant in these parts, I assure you.
Let me see your wares. And yeah, some potions. Sure, I'll take those. And take your lockpicks too, why not? And your repair kits. So, tell me about yourself.
Can't say that I have much in the way of magical ability, but I know trade better than anyone else here, and they appreciate it here.
Fair enough. So tell me about the Scholia
You
Arcana.
can't just have a group of book-minded mages and expect the organization to take care of itself. They rely on people to look after the logistics, like me.
Alright. So tell me about Issa.
When I first arrived here at the instruction of the Order, I was terrified of the Fae. They are nothing like us.
Of course not, they're Fae.
Pleasure doing business.
Greetings.
Trying to dispel this. Done.
How goes the search?
I haven't left yet. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to make 3 gold apparently. Alright. Okay, so where's this Savant Engar person? They must be in Issa somewhere. Alright, you know what? Not gonna lie. The armor bothering me right now that it's not matching. Actually bothering me. Oh. Actually, hold on. We need to go and read that book. Oh god, we have so many lockpicks. Cool. I'm not gonna be buying anymore for a while. The Scholia Arcana. On the founding of the Scholia Arcana. And so it came to pass that in the years of strife, when the tyrant queen Sidanis had sown the fields of Arethel thigh-deep with blood, 3 unlikely souls found the way out of the dark. The first was a man named Old Elodan Bloodgood. A Varani shaper, he came to Arethel from the far north, searching the world for the knowledge of stone. After refusing to build a temple in Sidanis' name, he was cast into prison. The second was a gnome named Maris Torix, a gifted Gnosticant. He had long ago left the safety and comfort of his libraries to travel the world, to learn of things with his own eyes, for teaching a doctrine different from the unquestioning worship of Sidanis and her regime. He too was cast into prison. The third was born deep within the dungeons of Rathir, a young Alfar girl named Eleanor Bray, who grew to maturity blinded by the darkness that was her only home. Upon Eleanor Bray's ascendance to adulthood deep within the dark Sidanis prisons, the gifts of elemental magics came to her. In fury, the girl burned the dungeon to the ground. Guided by Masters Torix and Bloodgood, she learned to wield her gift. Together, the three of them dared fight against the tyrant queen. Word spread quickly of a new group of masters, mages, and artisans who would teach any willing to learn. In time, others courageous enough to challenge Adonis's might came forward, and what had started with a resistance of 3 quickly became 10, then 100, then 1,000. Terrible battles of magic were waged, thousands perished, entire cities were scoured from the face of the world, and untold horrors were birthed as each side tried desperately to craft the means of their victory. Claris Adonis sought the destruction of their enemies by any method. No sacrifice was too great, no atrocity too horrid. The darkest and foulest of arts were pursued, and the cost of the populace was unrivaled by that of anyone's memory. But the light of the three refused to be extinguished. The strength of Master Bloodgood, his wisdom and his skill set the form and foundation of their hope. The brilliance of Master Torix, his knowledge and his insight unlocked the chains of their bondage, and the passion of Mistress Bray, her spirit and her fury lit the way to freedom. What none could do alone, these three achieved together. After 7 years of rebellion, they defeated Sedanis high upon the heights of Spire of Rathir. Different paths had led each into the chains of slavery, but it was there that each found the strength from the other, and together found their freedom. And so it was that the Scholia Arcana came to be. It's actually really cool. Let's proceed into the Delving Hall and become a mage of the Scholia Arcana. God, I love those doors. They're so cool. Hello?
Frankly, I don't know why they don't train us all to be war mages. Be useful in these times.
I guess so. Do I have a potion of dispelling? Blacksmith's craft, alchemist's art, social grace, lockpicking. No, I don't. There we go. Hello?
Greetings. I have some ability with the art of sage crafting. Do you wish for some instruction?
Maybe. Can I get some training? I can.
Here.
Yeah, sure. I'll take some training in that.
There is always time to grow your skills. Should you wish, I can offer you a chance to improve your abilities with sage crafting.
Okay. So tell me about yourself.
I came to the Scholia Arcana because magic flows through my family, my entire people. And though the magic is strong, it gives few answers to the questions of life. What is this power? Where does it come from? I hope to learn these truths in time.
Fair enough. Noble pursuit. Tell me about the Scholia Arcana.
Many try to join our order, but most do not have the skill necessary to be of use.
Tell me about Issa.
The Fae possess a certain communion with the magical energies of nature that we mortals can only dream of. Return when you wish to learn more.
Take care. Alright.
Speak to Pel Grandy or Will Donnell if you're looking for supplies.
Alright, let's delve deeper. place is really pretty. I love these type of magical, mystical places.
Greetings.
What's up there,
Greetings.
guy?
I will be the savant presiding over your trial of initiation.
Okay.
Traditionally, applicants have prepared for the challenges of this trial through years of study and training. But as Orgrim mentioned, we realize you are unique.
I am.
Do you have any questions before we begin?
Yeah. What can I expect?
The magic of the ritual confronts the applicant with his or her own potential. Consequently, no two experiences are the same. How this potential manifests varies. Whatever takes place is for the applicant only. Tradition dictates it is never spoken of. And a final warning. While whatever shape the magic takes isn't real, not truly, what happens can have real consequences. Do not underestimate the danger.
Alright. Sure. Let's do it.
This is a fluid magic. The form it takes varies according to the power and nature of the ritual's focus. In this case, you. The goal is a simple one. Survive. Like every Scholia Arcana member before you, to join our ranks, you must first confront the specter of your potential. And be aware that I am watching. Now, proceed into the center of the circle to begin. Good luck.
Alright. This could be crazy and insane. Let's begin. I'm gonna become a Jedi, guys.
Not the most welcoming place, is it? Is that a pile of corpses? Fascinating. Don't pay any attention to my ramblings, Initiate. Those fair Gorta look like they're out for blood.
You're just a pile of bones, nothing more. That's right, I don't have my charge attack. I wonder if I keep things from here. Warrior strength? Yeah, sure, I'll take that. Some gold. Don't mind if I do. More gold. Oh, damn it. I'm hitting the wrong button. I need to switch to this when I get the chance.
You seem to possess quite the capacity for violence. Intriguing.
I mean... kind of. It's just a skill. Doesn't mean that I'm generally a violent person. Alright, real quick. Abilities. Map that there. Map that there. Yeah.
By the founders, what is that? A synergistic construct of all chemical elements resonant within a sage-crafted crystalline substructure. I do hope you survive the trial. We must discuss this further.
Oh, don't worry, I'll survive. Just some skeletons, no big deal. I wonder if this is in my mind or not. Or if it's something more. Oh no, this is the little souls. I realize where this is. This must be in my mind. This is where our journey began.
The first phase of the trial is complete. Proceed further, Initiate, to see what lies beyond.
We shall.
Another cave. How interesting.
Oh, this looks like Gorehart. There we go. Take that.
Something is terribly wrong. Ahead, I sense another's presence in the trial. Dissonance, growing, cannot control.
Ow. That's the end for you, pal.
Where am
Hello?
I? What is this place?
Is that me? Who are you?
Dark Empyrean. I cannot remember. I cannot remember anything.
Empyrean.
And you? I smell death on you, child. Why have you summoned me here?
So, you know, Jedi mind trick here. Why are you here?
I am the Dark Empyrean, and I will not be bound by you or those you serve. I could kill you now.
Uh-huh.
But I have plans for those who watch from the shadows. Now be gone.
Who the hell is the Dark Empyrean? Oh! Okay. Dude, hi. Where's everybody else?
Such power. One moment we were linked, sustaining the magic of the trial, and then an arc of energy, the likes of which I have never seen, burst from you. 3 mages lay dead, and 2 have fled screaming. I know the trial is not meant to be shared, but what in Lyria's name happened?
Is the trial real?
A difficult question. The purpose of the spell is to confront the focus, in this case you, with a force representative of his or her potential. How it goes about this is, well, uncertain. The magic finds a way. So, I must ask, what happened in your trial? What did you encounter?
A woman masked in shadow.
A woman? Masked in shadow? I will need to consult my books. Perhaps later we can discuss the details.
Yeah, sure.
For now, we have dead to bury, and missing mages to find. As for the formalities, you have proven yourself worthy in the trial of initiation. In the name of the Scholia Arcana, I hereby confer unto you the title of Neophyte. Welcome to the Order. Come speak to me when you're ready to be of use.
Sure. I guess what's my next... Let's talk about the initiation trial.
Oh, right. You passed. Up until the point where all hell broke loose, you were even doing well. Not that we expected anything less.
Sure. So tell me about the Scholia Arcana.
Ah, yes. Newly welcomed applicants are known as neophytes. In time, those who have progressed to handling certain amounts of responsibility may become docents. Particularly gifted members may one day reach the rank of adept. They are traditionally the agents of the Scholia Arcana, to whom great tasks may be entrusted. A very few may reach the rank of savant. These are the leaders of the Order, and they yield only to one, the Art Sage.
Okay. So tell me about magic.
It is a wondrous world we have been graced with, and among its marvels is the force of magic that builds in strength every day. We have a responsibility to know what these forces are, so that we may better control it.
So, what's in store for me next?
I am sending you to the ruin of Aod, to the south. There, the element of fire thrives as though it has a life of its own. After your initiation trial, the magic in Aod shifted. I believe this magic is tied to you, Initiate. Confronting it might yield some answers.
Alright, if you think so. What can I expect there?
Followers of Reynard dwell within. They have quite the affinity for fire, as do other creatures found there. As for what may be causing the recent swelling in power emanating from the ruin, your guess is as good as mine.
Very well. Tell me about Kiddock Green.
He is, one of the most gifted sage crafters we have produced in generations. Wherever he may be, I hope he is safe, and will soon return to the fold.
Tell me about the history of Edo.
Priests of Reynard have long sealed Aod from entry, but we know it to be an ancient ruin. If you're interested in the details, read Velfilian Carr's Aod, the Mythos of Mayhem. I'm sure our library has a copy.
Okay. Tell me about Nuala.
It does not surprise me that Nuala survived the backlash of power that killed 3 of her brethren. From the first day of her novitiate, she demonstrated an insatiable curiosity and remarkable talent. But now, I can't help but wonder if we pushed her too hard.
Tell me about the Priest of Reynard.
Somewhat self-destructive cultists who worship the arcane aspects of fire. They frequent places they believe blessed by Reynard, and do not welcome trespassers.
Okay.
Where did I put my quill?
Well, shit. That was interesting. So who is this lady. Because, like, she looked just like us. Okay, let's try that again. Come on. There we go. Take that, thank you. Yeah, I feel bad about the other mages, but like, shit.
There you
are. Welcome.
Well, we're a member of the Scholia Arcana now. And I'm wondering who that lady was. The Dark Empyrean? Deeper questions than before. So now we have Aelin Shear and this Dark Empyrean, which look super like us, and somehow we're all connected. I don't know. It's strange. Alright, well. Neophyte's Ring. Fire damage, ice damage, lightning damage, mana, and mana costs. It's not as good as our Fey-crafted ring. It's cool, but not as good. Alright. Some bleeding resistance there. Get the minor damage boost. Let's just go with actually damage deflection there. We've got our greater healing potion. You know what? Yeah. Steel curtain. And we'll do warrior strength down there. Okay. So I guess we have some other stuff to do. Let's go and try and save these mages before we go and talk to High King Tatarian. We've got some other stuff that I'd like to do at the moment.
Pretty evening, isn't it? Into the She. And here, hopefully, we'll find those 3 mages who've gone missing. While we're in a loading screen, I'm going to grab another soda real quick. I've also realized, because my sleep schedule is all whack, I forgot to take my meds. And I should have taken them. What time is it now? Like
7 hours ago? Let's not talk about it, yeah? It's fine. Not a big deal. Just take them now, and then I'll take them later when I need to. For those of you wondering, it is my blood pressure medication and my HRT. So. Alright, there we go. Onward. And into the Shayde. Don't tell me you're dead. Oh, you are dead. Let's look at her journal. What's it say? Sarah's journal. The plans laid out, Aloran and Barton are on board. All we have to do is wait until the nightfall, and then we'll make off with Quentin's gem. Should be a simple matter of waiting for the gnome to go to sleep, dispelling the chest, and then getting the gem. Then it's off to the west. Fence the gem, split the gold, and we'll live like kings. Alright. Boggart. Don't mind the items though, I could use the scratch. It's spending a lot of gold. Alright. Looks like you were killed by the thrush too. Lauren's journal. Nice of you all to keep journals, I guess. Sodding fools. Barton thought he could just watch Sarah die and still think he was innocent. That he could go back. I tried to tell him and he just wouldn't listen. I couldn't have him bringing the others after me. I had to kill him. Now I can just get out of this damn wood and find a place to lay low. Maybe Kenrock. Well, I guess you're all dead then. Backstabbing and betraying. Get out of my way, Boggarts. There's no time for you. A horse then.
As the architect labored, he found an inferno. There, in the heart of the Feywood, the fire raged. It consumed all life uncontrollably. He faced the inferno, but could not quell its hunger. In despair, he looked upon the Shayde. He saw the saplings nourished by the gentlest of touches. He went to the river and said, "Follow this path and you will never run dry." The river changed its course and fell onto the blaze. A tired sigh escaped the water. It remains as an azure mist upon the land, ringing with fate's song. Its broomy brow left a sheen of rich dew on every leaf and blade of grass.
Aw. Alright, Barton's journal. Sarah died, killed by brownies. Lauren was sad at first. Fancied her, I think. Then he said it was her fault that we got caught. Said she hadn't researched the ward enough. Lauren and I had never seen a spell like it. When it went off in our faces, the whole chapter house knew that was happening. We fled into Shayde, but as we left, Lauren said it was Sarah's fault that we were stuck in the wilds with nothing to our name. Then he started calling me deadweight, said he'd fix me if I couldn't keep up. Bunch of assholes. Alright, well, that is that. Let's return back. Actually, you know what? Let's, since we're out here, go and explore 8.0. Since it's literally right here. And we'll return back and tell him about the fate of his mages. They're all dead, so there's nothing more I can do for them. Let's see what awaits us in here. What lies in store? Fire, apparently. Tinder twig. Ah, more tinder twig. There we go. Yeah, I'll hold on to you. We'll break you down. Ah, tinder twig. I almost didn't notice those at first. These are fire mines. They're the glyphs that pop up and blow up. Is this a chest? It is. Timeless armor. Damage resistance. Yeah, sure. I'll keep that. Oh, there's another one right here. And another. At least in this place, they're kind of easier to see. Actually, I may not have been able to see them before. I think it's because I have more points in detect hidden now. Oh shit. Spikes. Ooh, greater experience booster. Interesting. Let me map that. Right there. That's what we'll do. to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Ow, it's hot. Oh yeah, fire, huh? How's that? Want some more? How's that? How about a little bit more? You like fire so much, do you? Jerk. Blades of Ravaging. More tinder twig. Good, good, good. A lot of nasty creatures in this little temple. Nasty little traps, too. I don't want my charge up. Shit. Easy peasy. Ooh. Okay. Disarm you. Disarm you. Disarm you. Disarm you. And disarm you. And disarm you. Disarm you. God, where's this taking me? These are generally easy to see. There we go. Add that to junk. There we go. Take all that stuff. Just sell it later. Do I have any potions of dispelling? Alchemists, art, blacksmiths, sorcerers, thieves, cunning. No. Oh. Here we go, there's gonna be a hard one. Shit. Oh, I got it. Okay, cool. Ooh, 17 daggers, yes. There we go. Another hard to spell chest. Shit. Got it. Gold statuette. Interesting. Let's disarm these. For any other fateful adventurer that may come along into this place, not be beset by traps. So many fire mines in this place, jeez. I love the music in this game, it's so pretty. My resistances. Most of these guys aren't too tough. The Primer of Fire. Yeah, I'll take that. Give it a read. Burning Grasp, huh? What do you do? Burning Grasp. Fire damage, 35 mana. Chance to burn enemies when attacked, and mana regen per second. I mean, they're cool, but they're just going to be added to our stash. Alright. That's trying to disarm those traps. Thank you. What do we have in here? So 10 gauntlets. Alright. I don't mind finding more Sylvantine pieces, because I really would like to craft up a full set of Sylvantine armor. Alright. Let's proceed deeper, shall we? It's like a bug zapper. For sprites. At least I'm getting really good at dodging those things. Also really easy to see in this temple. Wish I got XP from disabling traps, but oh well. Matharu. And I think that was Belen. Okay, now you see me. What's up?
I hoped you would come.
Is that right?
After all, I owe you so much. How can I repay you for what you've done? There was
Pardon?
a time when kings begged me to read their fortunes. Shall I read yours?
Who are you?
I have so many names, but I am not the subject of this conversation. Do you wish your fortune read or not?
Go ahead and try.
Interesting. It appears as though you have no future. Does this mean your death is nigh? I've crafted what I need, and I'm done with this woman's body. Right now, she's trying to tell you to kill me. Perhaps you would like to oblige her? Now burn!
Alright. Let's unbind your fate then. We'll just snap your freaking neck. Sunstone, huh? I'm sorry about the mage, but I don't think there's anything I could have done. I don't think there's anything I could have done at all. Let's dispel this chest, though. Boots of the Dark Empyrean. Okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I'll take some more 17 daggers. Don't mind if I do. Well, I guess that's it. I guess we go back to the Scholia Arcana then. Very interesting. Really want to know who this Dark Empyrean person is. So let's fast travel back to Isa. And I think there I'm gonna save my game. And probably end my stream because I'm getting kind of hungry and I haven't eaten anything since I got up. I got up at like 2 a.m. so yeah, I'm a little hungry right now. I'll probably pick this up a little while later. And we'll continue down our path of the Scholia Arcana and talking to High King Datarian and figuring out where we go from there. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you at the journey's end. Ta-ta, everybody.